Hey everybody, gonna get started here. I'm hopping on this afternoon because I'm going to do, make sure I get this right. We're gonna do a sunflower wreath tonight, and what I wanted to do is get on here and show you how step by step how I go about making the hat and the nose. So I'm gonna just bring you up here, make sure my glue gun is on. Nope, it is not. So I'll just turn that on. First thing we're gonna do, wow, I've got 10 people on here already. Hey, how's everybody doing? I know, second live of the day. If you were in Wreath Creators and More, you would have saw that live. Oh my, the drama. Sometimes, the drama. Just trying to keep the drama at a minimum, okay? Let's just be honest. I want to help y'all out. Okay, so yes, I have a sewing machine out. And I just want to make sure is this at a good angle? I think this is at an okay angle for everybody. Hi everybody, thanks for getting on with me. We're going to make a snowman tonight at 7:30, and I can't move my phone, so I can't say hi, so I can't see ya. I don't know. Hi. But I will probably put this on YouTube too. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, this was originally a live on my Facebook page. If you haven't liked Julie's Wreath Boutique on Facebook, make sure to do so. I'm on Instagram as well. And today I'm going to show you how I make the nose for my snowman and the hat. And then today is October the 23rd, I believe, at 7:30 p.m. we're going to do the snowman. And again, I will upload that snowman to YouTube as well. So let's get started. Oh shoot, I messed up big time. I forgot to change my thread before I started this. So we're going to probably make but you know what, that's okay. We'll be okay. I don't think that the white thread will show through the black felt, and it'll honestly let you see it better. So what we're going to do first is I'm just going to try to move this out of the way. You're just going to take a square of burlap. This was burlap. I cut off the bolts. I get it at Hobby Lobby. It's $3.99 a yard. Always use your 40% off coupon, okay? So let me measure this, and I'll just kind of give you, honestly, I don't even measure it. I just cut a square. And, but I'm going to tell you. So you're going to want a square about 14 by 14. Actually, that's 14 by 11 and a half. But that's okay. This is all we need, because we are going to make a nose. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what we're going to make, okay? So all you're going to do is you're just going to fold this over. I am not a seamstress. If you are a sewer, if you are accomplished in this, I am not a teacher in sewing. This is just me trying to make something that I had originally purchased from Craft Outlet. And what I did was I purchased them from Craft Outlet, and then you couldn't get them anymore. So I'm thinking, okay, surely I can make these on my own. And obviously it's much cheaper for you to make them than to buy them. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off here. Okay, I'm going to use my ruler as an example, okay? I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to just sew a straight line all the way down at an angle, okay? And of course I'm going to go backwards just to kind of seam up my seams there. And then we're going to go over it one more time. So we're going to sew this straight line twice. So I'm going to get out my sewing machine here, and I'm just going to start it. I don't even pen it. You can pen it if you'd like. Hi Julie. Hi Karen. It's so good to have you guys on. I did not send out an alert for this because I don't want to bother y'all. And I'm going to tell you to come watch this in the live tonight. So nobody's going to miss this. They're going to watch it after they watch me put that snowman together. Okay, so we're going to just start. And, oh, it's a little too fast. So I'm going to go backwards here, of course. And I'm just going to go. I'm going to go at an angle, and hopefully my sewing machine cooperates with me. You could do this by hand if you wanted to. So now I'm going to go backwards. Okay. And pull it up. Cut it. So if you see, Can you see the white line? I'm not sure that you can see it on the orange, but I have a line going through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the top and I'm going to go over that white line again, okay? And this will reinforce your stitching so that your nose does not come apart. I know that sounds funny. Your nose does not come apart. Backwards a little bit, and I'm just going to keep going. Just keep going. And I also, when I do this, and I know I'm going to do several snowman, for orders, or I know that I could get orders for them, I like to make like 4 or 5 noses and 4 or 5 hats and just have them on hand and ready to go. So at this point, I'm not sure, I think you can see it on the camera. You can kind of see it. We have our line. So this part on this side is our nose, because that's of course not. So I'm just going to take my rotary cutter over here, and I'm just going to cut up the seam on that side, okay? So at this point, I'm going to flip it inside out. Hey Emily, hi Melanie, hi Diana, thanks for hopping on here. So you're just going to flip it inside out. Again, I am not a seamstress. I'm just doing what I can to make my product consistent for my customer, because that's how you sell, is if you can reproduce the same wreath over and over. Just a great way to make money, let's be honest. Reproducing the same wreath will make you money, and you know how much time it is, and you know how to do it. So I'm just kind of pushing. I got my finger in there, so we're just pushing it, okay? So there is the nose. So now you've got the seam. That's going to be the bottom. So I'm going to just take polyfill. I don't know if you can see it, but this is what I use. It's just called polyfill, the original polyfill. And this, oh my goodness, I think I got this at Walmart. It lasts forever. Forever. So, I'm gonna stick it down here. I need some more. So what is everybody working on? Are you working on Halloween? Are you working at Christmas? Are you working on Thanksgiving orders? I still have some Thanksgiving orders to fill. I'm working on Christmas, lots of Christmas trees. Everybody's getting ready, and I love it when my customers order early because it just gives me the time to get them done. Okay, so I filled it with about an inch. Can you see how much I fit, like an ice cream cone there? So I filled that. I'm going to move this back over, and I'm going to show you what I do. So that's the bottom. I'm just going to kind of gather it like so, and we are just going to see what I did. See? So I put the sides in and then over top here. So I'm just going to make a line of a seam, and I'll show you here in a minute. And I'm going to go back and forth to make sure that this is secure. Oops, almost got my finger there. It scared me. Okay. I'm going back. I'm going to go back and forth just to make sure it's good. Okay. So can you see that line? So that's what I did. So you've got a nose. So then at this point, you're going to trim off whatever extra you can trim off, okay? And I need to find me a white pipe cleaner. Go over here. Where did the white pipe cleaners go? Oh my, here they are. I found them. So all I do is at this point is I take a white pipe cleaner and I just run it through the burlap underneath the seam, okay? Oh, Ashley. I know. You know what I would do? If you don't have a sewing machine and you want to make this nose, use felt and just sew up your seam with your hand. Just sew it by hand. This is just a straight line, okay? The felt won't need to be as reinforced as the burlap because it's got little pieces, you know, coming through. So I still think you can make this. I think you could even glue it with fabric glue if you use the felt. So use the felt. Let me see here. I had one. Look over here. I have some felt that's really similar in color to this. And last night when I saw it, I thought, you know, that would make a really good nose. This is what, I guess it's not that similar, but I think this would make a really good nose. This is just a piece for 33 cents from Hobby Lobby. So what would I do? I would just take a sewing thread and I would just sew down here as little stitches as you can, cut it off, and maybe even use some fabric glue on that side and then let that dry and then flip it. And I think you will be totally fine, okay? So I do think that you could do this even if you don't have a sewing machine. All right, so now that we've got our nose done, I'm going to set him aside and make sure you get your extra. But now you know how I make my nose, okay? And you don't have to use my nose. You can use any kind of nose you want. Okay, so let me get my, let's see. Oh, this. I use these lint rollers all the time. It just gets rid of all the little things on your cutting mat. And as you can see, this cutting mat has been well used. Because now we're going to get out some black felt, and it already had, hopefully you can see this. I'm going to take a new one off. Yes, Becky. Absolutely. Yes. So I'm just getting some of my things off. Okay, so let me tell you what I did here. This is just black felt, okay? This is how I make my hat. This right here, what I did is I took a 10-inch frame and I cut, you know, drew around it. I used the dark green marker. I usually do a chalk marker, a white chalk marker, but I couldn't find mine today. So thank you, Lisa. Thank you. I appreciate you guys giving tips. I really do. That helps a lot. Lisa mentioned use liquid sew. It works and stays flexible. So that's another issue. You just got to be patient, right? You got to just let it dry. So you're going to cut, this is going to be the brim of your hat. So the brim of my hat is a 10-inch wreath frame circle, okay? Then the top part of my hat, got lots of, I have two here because I'm going to make two just to have an extra one. I actually, when I went to cut this, I was going to do the inside, but I thought, no, I want a little bit more. So I just took my marker and I just kind of went on the inside frame, but on the outer rim here on this side. And I just kind of used it as a guide just to draw it a little bit bigger. So that's the top circle part of your hat. And that was the inside of a 10-inch wreath frame, but just a little bit bigger, okay? So this is just kind of as your guide. So you need one of those. And then I cut a rectangular piece. And this rectangular piece is 9 inches, I believe. And you can make this shorter. If you want a shorter hat, make a shorter hat. I did in Creators Crafting with Julie and Michelle. We have a special group where we've taught different crafting projects, and it's a membership group. And this week I'm doing a snowman tomato cage. And I showed them how to do this, but on a much smaller scale. And as you can see, that's the smaller scale. That's the hat, okay? So this, like I said, this is the same concept. You can adapt it to whatever size snowman you want to do. So it's 9 inches this way. And I believe I did about 19 inches, yeah. It's about 18 and a half to 19 inches. So about 19 inches this way. So 9 by 19. So that's what we're going to do. Now, hi Judy, it's nice to have you. So normally I would use black thread, and I don't want to take the time to change it in front of you guys because my little threader doesn't work very well and I cannot see it very well, so it takes me a minute or two. So we're going to just do this with white, and if it shows through, I'll just remake it. But I also think that you will be able to see what I'm doing better if I do it with the white thread. So I just fold this over, and we're just going to make one seam down here. Now, I think you could do this with glue if you were very careful and let that dry, and then do the glue on the other side too in the next step. But this step, we're just going to do one seam, and I'm going to put it on the 5/8, this right here, and it's just straight. I'm not a sewer. I could not sew you. I can sew straight seams. I cannot do ruffles. I could not make you a dress or a skirt or anything, but I do know how to do straight seams. My mom used to make me a lot of stuff when I was little, so I would help. I would know how to cut out patterns and all that sort of thing. Okay, so we have our just one seam here, and let's see here. Yep. So as you can see, can you see I need to move this out of the way maybe? You can see I just have one seam, okay? So at this point, we're going to take our smaller circle, and I'm going to see if this is big enough. Yep, it should be. So at this point, I'm going to put the smaller circle on top of the hat, okay? And I'm just going to sew it. I'm going to sew this seam around the circle. And at this point, if it's easier for you, use pens, but I'm not going to use pens because I don't need to at this point. But you're just going to take your time, and you're going to sew it around that circle. And you might have some little tucks and gathers. That's okay. This is not a perfect hat, but neither is crafting. Nothing is perfect in crafting. So now I'm going to start sewing, okay? Does that make sense? Let me know if you need me to go over any step, okay? But I hope that this is making sense, that we're going to attach this top circle to the top round part of our hat. So I'm going to pull this, make sure I've got, don't need to lose my thread at this point. So I'll probably go a little bit slower on this one. It's a little bit harder to see. I need to probably put my glasses on. Get them on here. Yep, that helps. Gotta put those, what is it, bifocals? Those progressive lenses. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my time, and we're just gonna go around. I'm moving the felt in a circular motion here, and just holding it down to attach the top. And you know, you could also do this with cardstock too if you wanted, or this really stiff felt you can buy by the sheets. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm almost to the end. This really doesn't take much time at all to do, which is what I like about it. And like I said, when I do these, I do try to do several so that I have them on hand, and so when I make another order for somebody, I've already got it done. So there we go. Now we're at the end. So I'm just gonna go back a little bit with that back button and then take it out. So can you see what I did? I just attached the top circle to the edge of my hat, okay? So that's what I did. So now we're going to take it and we're going to flip it to the good side, okay? All right, so as you can see, I have some, I don't know how well you can see with the black, but I do have some little tucks and stuff, and that's okay, all right? So we're going to set this to the side, and we're going to get out the brim of our hat. Now at this point, we have to cut a circle in the inside of the brim of our hat. So, making a mess. Oh, that's not the right one. That's an 8-inch. That's what we will use for our actual wreath tonight, is an 8-inch. I gotta take off my glasses. I don't know why they're bothering me today. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in half, like so, and then I'm going to take my wreath frame And I'm going to cut, let's see here. I'm going to take my, I'm going to go a little bit below, like maybe a quarter, and I'm just going to trace out. This again does not need to be perfect. And I don't know if you can see, I don't have my chalk. I wish I had my chalk pen. But I can see this dark green. So I have made a little line on the inside, and then I'm going to just use my scissors and I'm going to cut around that line, and then this will create the brim of our hat. Is that what they call it, the brim? The bottom portion? And then I'll show you how we decorate it. Can't see. Oh, I wish I had my chalk marker, but I don't. It's okay. So now we have the brim. So you take your the top hat portion, and we are going to take this, and I'm going to kind of set it on the outside. This is where the pens might be really good. So let me see if I can grab my pens. I have some really close by. I don't see them. Oh, here they are. Just to kind of give you an idea. So, Heather, is the wrong side out then? Yes, this is the wrong side is now, I've already flipped it. This is the good side, okay? So we've already flipped this hat. So we take this, whatever part you have written that circle on so it doesn't show, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to attach it to the bottom with the brim going towards the top part of the hat. So I am going to put you some needles in here just to kind of give you a reference, I guess, is what I want to put. So I'm just going to do this. And this is where you will get a few tucks here and there, and that's okay. Put it right in here. Ouch, I just poked myself. Don't poke yourself. It's not helpful. Okay, we're going to keep going. We're almost there at the back. Yep, one more. And as you can see, I'm going to have a little bit, who talks that way? I do, I guess. What I do like, if I have extra in the brim, if it's a little bit bigger, I do like to put the tuck in the back so that it's not shown in the front. Okay? So now we're going to sew just a seam along the outside here. So I'm going to take this off. Move this over. I hope you guys can see this good. Alrighty. So I'm just going to actually kind of put the hat around my sewing machine. Okay. Trying to make sure my thread's in the right spot, guys. Sorry. Don't want to, there it is. Okay, I see it. So we're going to just move this on like so. Okay. Put that foot down. I'm going to take out my first pin. And you're just going to run around with one seam. Okay. This, I think, part is easier than the actual top when you're adding that circle. So don't be afraid to do this. As I said, I am not a seamstress at all. I have a sewing machine because I like to do little like projects, and you know, I like to make pillows from time to time, and I just find it handy to have around the house, to have this as a tool. Okay. And it was a Christmas present from my parents, so. Anyways, but like I said, I'm not a seamstress. We're almost to the end. And then we're going to have a hat. Okay. And if you want to make your brim bigger, if you wanted to use a 12-inch, you could totally do that and have more of a brim. So even though we use the white thread, I think this is going to do just fine. So I'm going to move this out of the way now. All right, so as you can see, I just sewed this around the top portion of the hat. And then what we will do is we will just go like this. And then you have a top hat. Okay? So that is your basic top hat. As you can see, I have a little bit of a tuck here, but that's okay because we're going to put some ribbon, and I'm going to show you how I decorate it. Now, what I would do to make sure that top hat stands up on your wreath, and I'm not sure, I don't really have, let's see. I just take, I'm going to empty some bags out that I have real close here. I just take bags. Here's a Hobby Lobby bag. I'm just going to stuff. So I would just stuff this with bags, okay? So that's what you're going to do. So it's got, you can see the orange burlap fibers, and that's why I like the, you know, this thing. So let's decorate the hat, and then we will be done. So what I typically do is I use these picks from Hobby Lobby, but you could use whatever you want. You wouldn't even have to use a pick. These are $1.49. They're in the Christmas section where the picks are. Of course, right now everything's 40% off, so you know, make sure you get that discount. And this is pretty heavy, so we got to do a couple of zip ties on that. If you watched my video on my products that I recommend, I made this bow actually. It's been sitting in the corner waiting for a snowman, and I show you how to make this using the Pro Bow. So if you have a Pro Bow, I have two bows that I make, mainly one for the snowman and one for my Christmas trees. And I do it kind of a certain way, so you might want to check those. And I will link that live in this live at the top after I'm done, so that you guys can go back and watch it, okay? So we're going to set that to the side. So where's my ribbon? Here it is. So I use this ribbon. It's just really popular. People like it, and so that's what I've kind of stuck with. I'm going to get my little things for my fingers just so that I don't burn myself. And again, I think it was in that video where I showed you guys these. I know a lot of you have these, so you will understand. That's too big. Oh well. So we're going to just take a piece, and we're going to wrap it around the base of our hat. Okay? And this way, this will be ready for tonight. Pull this. I love this glue gun. Put a little bit of glue right here. And I'm just going to put, ouch. See, I didn't put one there and I burnt myself, even through the felt. Ugh. And I'm just going to wrap it around. Uh-oh, it came off. All right, let's try that again. Let's put this on, even though it's too big. Was not enough glue, obviously. And you could even sew this on. You could sew the back of this ribbon piece on. So now I'm going to just hold it there. Make sure it gets attached. Hey everybody, thanks for hopping on. I know this is the middle of the day, but tonight we're going to make a snowman wreath, and I wanted to show you how I made the nose and the hat. So we've already made the nose and we've done the hat, so just watch the replay if you're just joining. I will make sure it's listed. Make sure you save this on your timeline too, if that's what you want to do. But I will upload this video to YouTube, as well as the snowman wreath. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, hello, thanks for subscribing. I think we're up to, what, over 7,000 subscribers on YouTube, so that's pretty exciting. All right. Okay. So I got it around, and I'm going to put some more glue over here, guys. And we're just going to hold that down. Really easy. nothing terribly technical. This is the back of your hat because this is where, I use this as the back of my hat because this is where the seam is. So I always know. And I gotta clean the glue off when it dries. Okay. So we're done with the glue for now. So at this point, you're going to take your hat and decide which way. I generally always lean my hat to the right. I know this is probably the left when you're seeing it. So I'm going to put it, here's the back. So if that's the back, I'm going to kind of come to the side of my hat. And I'm going to put a couple holes here. I'm going to put one here. And then I'm going to bend my ribbon down and put one here. Because we're going to take our pick and run it through, okay? I'm going to grab, this is something I got, forget where I found it. Oh, I found black 4-inch zip ties at Ollie's. That's what I bought. So I thought that'll be awesome to have black zip ties. So if I came here, I need to make a hole here and here to attach the zip tie to help attach this pick. Okay. So we're going to go through here. I will send out an alert tonight for the Snowman. But I didn't want to, I know I said this earlier today, I didn't want to bother everybody in the middle of the day. So, because I know people are working and they can't hop on like they can in the evening time. Okay, and so remember that little hole that we're, okay, I made a hole there. I'm going to make another hole so that I can go in and out with my zip tie. And I like that this is black now so you won't be able to see it. That is the Sure Bonder glue gun, and it is, at first I wasn't sure if I really liked it. See, I'm trying to find the hole. It's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to make another hole. I know I made one, but it's just hard to see with the black felt. Be careful not to cut yourself. So, we're just going to do that, and I'm going to zip tie that pick. Okay. And what I like to do, because this is a little top heavy, I will go through and I will take a piece of the actual pick itself and zip tie up here as well. So I'm going to just do that. Do the exact same thing as you did at the bottom of the pick, but now at the top of one of the, you know, one of the stems. So I'm just going to run this through. Can't really see underneath, but that's okay. I think you guys you understand what I'm talking about. And again, this is kind of hard to see, so I'm going to do this. Come on. Okay. Put another hole in there, Julie. Okay, I'm going to keep my finger where that hole is now. That's what's hard about black felt. It's hard to get through or to see it. Okay, got it through. And then it's easier to put another hole on the other side and attach. And like I said, I'll take a day, because I'll sell a lot of the Snowmen. And I'll just take a day and I'll just make hats. And I'll finish the hats, because generally it's all one, and I just lost it there. Okay, come on. It's being difficult, guys. I just can't see it. My eyes are not that good here, and the lighting's not that good because I got the camera on. Okay. Oh, why does this always give me problems when I'm live? There. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay. All right. We got it. All right. Okay. Finally, guys. Okay. So now that's attached. That's not going anywhere. You can see how that's attached now. So I'm just going to bend this wire in. So all we have to do now is take our ribbon, and I just usually make two more little holes. It's real easy. One here. I'm going to make them bigger so I can see them better. And run my pipe cleaner through, or your wire, whichever that you prefer. Okay, just going to run it through, and I'm going to twist it. And then tonight I'll have more bags in this. Right now I don't have any bags down here. I guess you could even fill it with scraps of mesh too. Why not? So that is your hat. And I don't know, can you see it? I don't know if you can see it, so I'll just like cut my edges a little bit better here. And once you have the bags, it'll set up better. But that is your hat, guys. Do you like it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. You are the Mad Hatter this week. I am, Rita. Me and my crafty self. All right, so this is what you're going to do for the hat and for the nose. We made the nose just a little bit ago. So that is kind of getting you started on the snowman wreath. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to check out the video for the actual snowman. So I will see you tonight. If you're not, plan on being here at 7:30. If you want to get alerts, message me and it'll give you that option. A lot of you have already subscribed to my alerts. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys tonight, okay? Have an awesome day. So I'm going to do it like this. There you go. I think that makes sense. I don't want to be upside down in the picture because, you know, you got to do a picture for the thumbnail. So there you go. All right. See you tonight, everybody. Bye-bye.